So I'm leaving my brother's spot right now, and like I say, he just he basically just y'all good. I know how to drive. Trust me, I get right in here. Look, wow, oh, I get right in that bitch. But so he just texted me, and well, he didn't text me. He called me, so I picked up, and then he just told me okay, I'm being 100 with y'all. This is exactly what just happened. He we gotta get more phones so we can videotape like live and shit like that, stuff like that. But so he basically, I'm just making it quick. My wife gonna end up calling. Somebody gonna end up calling, you know. But he called me, and then he basically just told me like he said where you at or whatnot, because I called him first to let him know. Me and him was talking about some stuff, and I ran out of gas while I was on the phone with my brother Rod, and he like, well, bro, he was doing the job right now. He was doing the job in Titusville, so he's like, ain't gonna, it's gonna be like about an hour before I get back down there. But if you still down there by that time, I got you. Look out for you and help you out. So I'm like, all right, bro, I got you. So I made some phone calls. My wife made some phone calls and made it happen. So like I say, so I come back. I went to his house because I was gonna pay him back his gas money because I had cash, and we was gonna grab the assistance. You know what I'm saying? Grab that or whatnot. Grab the little wop. So and then he called. Not like I just got on the phone with him as soon as I got on here, and he called and he was like, "You good?" And he was like, "Oh yeah." And I told him like, well, I'm down here at the house right now, and I'm just leaving your house or whatnot. I'm about to leave now. And he was like, "Oh," and he basically just told me. He said, "Well, I'm gonna fill your tank up today." And I say, "Fill my tank up?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna fill your tank up today, man." And I was like, "You sure?" And he like, "Yeah, I'm sure." And then he was like, "Man, you don't understand how much that meant to me that you let me use your car. Like, I needed to ride to work because his car ended up breaking down on him at one point." And this was me and my wife. Me and my wife, we had a Grand Marquis, but we ended up going to get a Camaro, a 2016 Camaro, convertible Camaro. So we basically had two cars. And we was in a Camaro more than was in the Grand Marquis, the Merc. So I let him use my Merc. And of course, I'm a brother, so I ain't telling him like, "Oh no, you pay me this and you pay me that, and I let you use my car." No, he got the car, he used the car, and he used it. I think for the whole time we had our Camaro, he had our Grand Marquis. And like I said, my brother, so I'm not finna charge him on anything. Bro, you in need of a vehicle, and I got a vehicle. And if nobody ain't got you, I got you. You my brother, and I got an extra vehicle. Here go my car. Gave him my car. So he just told me thank you a while back or whatnot when I had to get my car back after we ended up taking our Camaro back, because the Camaro was just too much, man. In my small city, driving around in a Camaro, you young, you African American, you black, you whatever you want to call yourself, man, listen, you gonna get pulled over, you gonna stay getting pulled over. Me and my wife always got pulled over, no matter, anytime we on Fifth or we driving on Clear Lake, anywhere like that, they pulling us over off top to see who in the car and how y'all get it, you know what I'm saying? So he just told me on the phone, he was like, "Man, bro, like, I'm gonna fill your tank up." And I'm like, "You sure?" He like, "Yeah." And he just told me, he said, "Man, you don't understand how much that meant to me that you had let me hold your car in a time of need, because I ain't had no way to get to work." And you know what I'm saying? He was like, he just thanking me, and I heard in his voice, and he just basically, that's my daddy. Yeah, I'm gonna pop something right there. My pops them back there that helped me out with the gas and stuff. So he was just, and I heard in his voice about like how thankful he was. Like, "Man, you don't understand, bro. That really," he said that might not meant nothing to y'all or to you, but it meant so much to me that you had did that for me. And you know what I mean? Like I told him, like, "Man, bro, you good. I got you. You know what I'm saying? That's what family for. You know what I'm saying? If I can do it, if I can help out, bro, you got to get out this road." Dude on a skateboard. But I'm like, "Nah, bro," and it gave me chills to hear my brother like really like thank me. Like, "Listen, bro, I know I told you thank you before, but I really want to be 100 with you on some like, not no grown man stuff, but on some like real, you my brother to brother stuff." You know what I'm saying? And that's what he did just now. And I was like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, that felt good to hear. Because this is my oldest brother. And, big guy, big dude or whatnot. Pretty blunt. He real blunt. You know what I mean? It is what it is with him. and he just basically just told me like, man, listen, you it may not meant nothing to you to give me the car because y'all had 2 cars, but that meant so much to me because I didn't have a way to work. He didn't. His car just went out on him. And the thing is, I didn't look for anything back from that at all because you my brother. I'm gonna look out for you when you need and you in need, and I got it. And when my Impala, my starter went out on my Impala when we had to move my mama. My starter went out on my Impala, and he know how to fix starters and do oil changes and brake stuff like that. So he like I asked him, I said, his car was still broke at the time. His car was still broken. He ended up having to hold my granddaddy truck. So this is wild. This is like recently, like 4 months ago. But he ended up his car ended up going down, so he was driving my uncle car first, which is like one of these cars. And after that, he kept driving my uncle car or whatnot. So I asked him, his car was broke still. So I asked him, can I use his car? Because my car ended up breaking. My starter went out on my car one day. So I asked him, can I use, can I use his car? And he was letting me use his car or whatnot. And he got it. And matter of fact, it was messing up, but he ended up basically getting it fixed up to where it can drive. So I was driving back and forth to Melbourne in his car, and I let him know, like, bro, thank you so much, because I really needed a vehicle also to get to work. And I thank him. And when I thank people, I don't just be like, yeah, thank you. I really let you know I'm thankful. You know what I'm saying? And some people may think it's like, I really be sincere and be like emotions behind, like, dude, I'm so thankful because you don't understand. I really needed that. I really, really needed that. So I let him use my car first. He turned around and let me use his car after when my car ended up going down. And that was all. I was like, okay, we cool. You know what I mean? And then that's when he just came back today and was like, I'm gonna fill your tank up. You see what my tank at now? I dropped 20 in it, and he gonna fill it up, which ain't nothing but like 10 more bucks or whatnot. So it don't even matter, long as you know what I'm saying, he's still looking out like, bro, I got you. So I made it home finally, and that just really meant a lot though, to hear my big brother, my oldest brother, just thank his little brother. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I thank you so much, man. You really like looked out for me. You know what I'm saying? You really, really looked out for me my baby brother looked out for me when I really, really needed it, because I ain't have no ride. Nobody else, my granddaddy let him hold a truck, but my granddaddy's like one of them stingy old people where if you let's say if you borrow 20 bucks from my granddaddy, they the type where they're right on the calendar, and then when you don't pay on that date, he calling you. He trying to see where you at. So just imagine how he is about his vehicles. So he's the same way, and he's always talk trash about my brother to me when I was there. One thing about granddaddy, which I'll talk about it later on, me and him never got along when I was younger. Even when I got into my teens, me and him really used to bump hands like crazy. And but we got cool after I got once I got into my grown man stage and I'm not really focused on all that BS he had going on. I left. I went on it, and I looked past that little stuff. And then he got a truck like this over here. He got like this gray truck. My granddad got a truck like that gray truck right there. So my brother Rod used to use it because his car was down, and I only had one vehicle, which is the one I'm in now. So I couldn't let him hold my vehicle because I was using my vehicle. You know what I mean? At the time, he had to go to work, which is at 6 in the morning. I had to be to work at a certain time also. So I couldn't let him use my vehicle at the time, but he used to use my granddad's vehicle. And my granddad, when I used to go to my grandparents' house, my granddad used to always talk trash. Oh, I can't wait till he get his own damn truck, and he always using my damn truck. And I'm like, but I'm thinking to myself, like, I'm letting him talk, but at the same time, I'm thinking to myself, like, dude, that's your grandson. You know what I'm saying? He's the one that he used to live. He lived with my granddad and my grandparents his whole life or whatnot. So I'm like, you stay talking trash about him and about him using your truck, but you know he's in need. You know what I mean? What if it was you in need? And would you want somebody to be talking trash like how you talking trash? So I was happy as heck when my brother finally got his truck, which my brother got a truck just like my granddad's truck, but it's a lifted truck. It's not no a regular, down regular size truck. So I was happy as heck when my brother got his truck, and I told him, I said, bro, congratulations, man. You got, congrats, bro, for real. So I'm gonna end this video down. I'm finna go in the house. I'm finally home. We made it home. The universe, thank you, universe. Speak to the universe. Thank you, universe. Thank you. Continue blessing us. I see the moon, a little bit of the moon, and It's just a man. Listen, what a life, man. What a life. The ups and the downs, the goods, the bads. The one thing about life I want to say before I get off: your life is like yin and yang. No matter how much good, it's gonna always be that little bit of bad. And no matter how much bad, it's gonna always be that little bit of good. You gotta remember that. So, I'm out. Peace, love, happiness.